Hello and welcome to my channel, Arlie Motoring. If you're new here, I make car videos, showroom walkarounds, car reviews, and I go to a bunch of car events. Please hit the like button for the algorithm and hit subscribe to keep up with my latest uploads. This is my third part of Saturday car spotting in Charlotte. If you haven't seen my first two videos, this is a Saturday where I decided to go to a bunch of car showrooms in Charlotte because I was actually going to go to Hilton Head, South Carolina. I thought I could get just as good content here in Charlotte. Not only at RK Motors, they also have a Lamborghini Huracan EVO here. It's a Spider, which is a convertible model, and it's a really nice model with the white and the orange interior. I think it's a really nice one that stands out, especially with the gold wheels. Now, lucky for me, RK Motors had actually pulled out a lot of their nice cars outside, and usually they're closed on Saturdays, and I did ask why they had all the cars outside. Was there a car event? And they actually had parked all the cars outside and freshly detailed them because they were going to use each car and pull them in one by one and take photos and put them up on the website. So I came here at a lucky time as well when all the cars are lined out outside. The weather was perfect. The sunlight was hitting perfectly on these cars, and you could just see each car looking so nice in the sun with all the details shining, the paint glimmering, and all the small metal accents and details of the classic cars going really nicely. And here's one of my favorites, a Ford Shelby GT500, and this is a 1965 model, and it's in this beautiful red paint. Last time I came to RK Motors, they had a white Shelby GT350 from the same year, so seeing the GT500 now, I didn't even know back then they had it. And compared to the regular Ford Mustang, I like the GT much better. It feels wider and it gives much more of a presence on the road. I think it's one of my favorite all-time classic cars. Here's two side-by-sides, a Camaro Z28 and the Buick GCX or GSX, and a Ford GT. Now this one has the Gulf livery, and I thought this one is really stunning in this beautiful blue and orange color. And the interior looks brand new. It looks like that no one had sat in this before, and there's no wear from what I saw, so I don't know if they refurnished it or put in new details inside. And this one reminds me of a Ford GT40 that I saw 2 years ago at Charlotte Cars and Coffee. At the time, I didn't even realize how rare this car was. I just saw how loud it was and thought it was pretty cool, and then I realized this isn't just any regular Ford GT, and it's a fully modified Ford GT40. Now, out of all the cars here that are lined up, which one would you pick? Which classic car would you go for? I think each car out here has something special, and each one is something that I would definitely take home, and I think I would pick between the Ford GT. Now I'm stopping at the Jaguar and Land Rover location in Charlotte, and this one is located right beside the Hendrick Porsche dealership. And here's a 2024 Jaguar F-Type, and looking at this one, it does look really nice, and I like it in this dark gray bluish color, but I like the old F-Type. Which one do you prefer? Do you like the old F-Type or the new one? Older model had a more menacing presence on it, while this new one just looks a lot more subtle, more of a softer look compared to that. There's a long hood, but then that small grille at the bottom that kind of reminds me of the Infiniti Q model and somewhat of the Mustang. And the interior, now here's a 2024 Jaguar F-Pace SVR. This is one that I really like because it's an SUV that still has that loud V8 that snap, crackles, and pops. Looks menacing on the road. And here's a Jaguar I-Pace. This is their electric small SUV. Kind of looks longer than it is, but to me it looks like kind of a hatchback that's just a little stretched out. And this is actually one of my favorites, the 2023 Defender. I really like the Defender because it has that rugged look, and especially it brings brings back the look of the older early 90s Land Rover Defender. And what I like about this one is it's the 8-seater, so it's the extended wheelbase, the longer one with the big moonroof, the big roof rack, the ladder, and a lot of them come with a snorkel. You can add that on, so I think it's a really rugged SUV that really has a nice road presence as well. And here's a Range Rover Sport HSE. Now this is a 2022 model. It has that nice orange and black interior, or brown and black interior. And I think between the Defender and the Range Rover, I would definitely pick the Defender every day because you can take it off-roading and on-road, and it just looks like it's more capable, and I like all the accessories that you can add on. And here's my next stop, that's Tactical Fleet at the Charlotte location. And here's a nice Mercedes SLS AMG. I came here right at the perfect time where they're pulling it in. Now this is Tactical Fleet's second location because their main headquarters is located in Dallas, Texas, and in my most recent videos, I did one about a month ago where I went to the Tactical Fleet Dallas headquarters, and it is a huge, massive showroom where they had hundreds of supercars. They had every kind of brand that you could think of when it comes to luxury and exotics. Now back to this location, they have a nice collection of Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and Porsches. I think for the size of how Charlotte is, I think they have a vast variety of cars that car enthusiasts will like. They have the Venador, the Huracans, the Lamborghini Urus. They have a lot of Ferraris here, and Porsche 911 GT3 RS in this nice green color, and a Mercedes AMG in this red color. Which one would you pick? Would you pick the Mercedes AMG GT or the Porsche 911 GT3 RS? Now here's a really unique Lamborghini Urus in this nice blue wrap where it kind of seems like the color changes a little bit on the reflections, and I really like the wheels on it as well. And there's a lot of Ferraris in the back here. There's a Ferrari F8 Tributo, 812, 488, 458. I think they have a little bit of every single model year from the early 2000s and up to the current 2020s. Here's the Ferrari F8 Spider. So this is the convertible version of the F8 Tributo. This is the latest model for the Ferrari F8 488 lineup, and I think in this white and red is really nice. And this black Ferrari 812. Now this one has a V12 in the front and rear wheel drive, so it's something that sounds really loud, menacing. Black color, it seems subtle at first, and then you start hearing the engine and you're like, whoa. Now here's a Ferrari Roma, and this is the first time I've seen it in this black color. Very rare to see, and this nice black and yellow accents. Now, after seeing a variety of Porsches, Lamborghinis, and Ferraris, I'm at Hendrick Porsche of Charlotte, and I can see some Porsche Taycans outside. And here's a pair of Porsche 911 GT3s. I really love the spec on the white and the orange one. Which one would you pick? Would you pick this white one with the orange stripe or this solid orange Porsche 911 GT3? And here's a classic Porsche Carrera, and this is from Cars and Cappuccino organization, or a car page on Instagram that hosts Cars and Coffee on Sundays. So if you ever miss a Saturday early morning Cars and Coffee event, then on Sunday they'll have one too. So sometimes I have missed a Saturday Cars and Coffee, so it's definitely nice that they host it on Sundays. And I've seen some nice cars like Porsche 918, classic Carreras, and I've even seen the Pagani come out there. That's the Brian Mann Pagani Huayra. And here's a nice blue Porsche 911. Here's a green one that I've seen before at their 75th anniversary Porsche event that I have a previous video on, so you should totally check it out if you like Porsches. Here's a surprise. This is my first time seeing the GMC Hummer EV in person. Now, I definitely have seen it in Call of Duty Warzone before, but this is my first time seeing one, and I like that they kept the old looks of the H3. I definitely see the resemblance, but being a rugged SUV, I'm glad they kept that look instead of making it too much of an obvious electric car. I don't know how much the range is on this one, but I think it looks pretty cool. Now, would I pick this over a gas-powered SUV? Probably not. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and hit the subscribe button. I'm going to be uploading a lot of more videos soon. I actually went to Dallas and I went to their cool showrooms as well, and Dallas has some massive showrooms that I didn't even know how many cars there would be at their big Audi showroom, their Ferrari showroom, and some other ones that I did, and I did get to see a private collection as well. So definitely hit that subscribe button and hit the like button, and thanks for watching.